Hello everyone, this is Matt, and welcome to the first part of my wonderful Doom playthrough. I'm running quite a few mods in this time around. Yeah, you can already tell from we already have the weather mod, we have Cosmos ambient script, Dark Doom Z, including the flashlight. Didn't want to get the one from Flashlight Plus Plus today. And we also have the Smooth Zoom monsters. And yeah, I felt like playing Tei Tenga again. It's a pretty neat mod by Lost for Words. And it fits the vibe, really. I think all the maps are the same here. Yeah, I think they're gonna all have the same name as stock, so let's get through this slightly changed up hangar. Also, Dark Doom Z is not super noticeable right now. I chose to leave it mostly, mostly just a little bit darker. It helps with the mood. That's about it, really. And yeah, the idea in this playthrough is getting through each episode and each video. I'm playing blind. I never really played Wonderful Doom before, but I think it looks pretty neat already. So I'm just remembering I'm missing a very obvious secret right here. Yeah, I played this map once or twice just to see what it was like, and it's pretty cool. It's very chill. Let's come over here. Yeah, I wound up enabling the monster variants and smooth dooms, and the smooth doom monsters. It's the same fork that Lost Words made. I just never really looked into it. Turns out there's quite a bit going on. Okay, I'm gonna be taking that. And I was actually considering playing a whole other WOD, but then I saw that it was like a single map and it had like 2,133 monsters in it. So, I opted against doing that right now. So yeah, that's fun. There we are. I'm not sure if Lost actually updated Tei Tenga, but I swear the shotgun feels a lot more punchier than last time. And just like that, I basically broke the power scaling of the WOD. I'm not gonna be going for secrets all the time though. Especially since I'm playing blind. Yeah, this looks very familiar, doesn't it? How many monsters? Just 83. Let's see, I think I enabled the option. It's gonna give me the super shotgun. If that is too OP, I'm gonna switch back to the SMG and call it done. Because I don't really want to deal with that, honestly. Like, I want the monsters to have a little bit of a fighting chance, I guess. Yeah, this is super moody. And also... is there something in here? Yes, there is. Are we going outside already? Maybe. We're going to the computer maze. Interesting. I don't really know what's the idea with Wonderful Doom. I just saw it recommended as a good way of playing more Doom 1. so I felt like playing it. I find that out of the two games, Doom 1 is probably more interesting for me, simply because it has a bit of a tighter focus, really. With Doom 2, I don't want, like, it's not bad, but it's definitely more combat focused. Doom 1 takes some more experiment. Yeah, it takes a chance to experiment with horror a little bit more. And I like that. And Tei Tenga itself is also pretty neat. I really do quite like it. It's a very neat mod. Oh, hello. I would say it's pretty much perfect. I kind of would like to see Lost get a little bit more creative. And the blue key to open this door. Interesting. I guess our progress is locked until we get that key then. But yeah, I would like to see Lost come up with some more alpha style weapons. He has a lot of sprites that which were based on the alpha and beta stuff. And they look pretty cool. It's a nice style, really. Let's see if there's gonna be something hitting these walls. I don't think so. Yeah, covered the most of the computer maze already. We're gonna have to then check this corner. I'm not really hurting for ammo, and I'm not gonna pick that on because I want to make it a little bit more interesting. Otherwise, I can just shotgun everything. I also considered using a different HUD mod because I wanted to play around with mods a little bit more. Usually, just like one or two mods, and I'm done with it. This time around, I kind of wanted to see if I could make a bit of a load order, I guess. I can just ignore that. Oh, we're going down instead of up. Gonna be taking that. Just ignore them, really. Right, so I think I need to come back here. Over here. And there's some more maze down there. Oh, this looks really cool, actually. Looks very familiar, but different, which I think is the idea. So you can kinda flank them. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to the pistol for a little. You know, like, I want to make things a little bit interesting. Berserk. Huh. Also, I saw something apparently that's interactive over here. Okay. It's lowering or raising something, I don't really know which. Yeah, there's a whole area down there. Actually, let me go back. Pretty well hidden. Oh. Okay, so I did tag this. Yeah, that is tagged. However, I'm gonna make my way up there. Not really sure, to be honest. I guess some souls should just keep going through here. But then there's barely anything else going on over there, so maybe I need to go back. So I did go over there. Are this gonna hurt? No. Okay. Slowly making our way through the tech base. We definitely do have something here. Huh. This is a secret, apparently. Yeah, let me check. Yeah, there's nothing over here. But I did notice there might be something over this way. Right? No, that's locked. Okay. Okay, sure. Bigger question is, where do I go from here? Because... Oh, wait. I just noticed there's a whole section I didn't go to yet. Yeah, all the way back here. So it's just gonna be like some random maze, so I didn't bother coming here. Okay. The lower something. Oh, this is weird. It's like you're going backwards through the first map, the original map, rather. Really weird, but quite clever, actually. Let's see if I'm gonna be doing all the secret maps. Probably not. Yeah, it's like the opposite. Might as well take that. I'm ready here. Let me go back over here. Yeah, that's weird. I apparently saw a whole bunch of this map already, but I can't really get there. I think I'll just leave. It's not a big deal. And it's kind of the point, really. It's more fun to be surprised, really. Okay, toxin refinery. Yeah, this is where we start to get some higher monster counts. So, yeah, it's like it's playing with your expectations. I wouldn't be surprised if this... Okay, this is blocked off. I don't think you can actually get to the secret room from there. I mean, rather, secret exit. I heard something opening, though. Okay. Okay, I retract my statement. That's more than likely the secret exit. Yeah, instead of armor, and instead of a soul seer, you have armor in the secret. Chain gun. So does the water hurt? It does. Well, it's toxin refinery. For all we know, there's some nasty stuff going on over here. Okay, that is something. Let me take that. Okay. Let's do that again. Let's quickly make our way over here. I wonder where this will take me. Yeah, let me reload this thing. Yeah, it's like you're visiting the original map, but everything has been swapped around slightly. It's pretty interesting. Oh, chainsaw. Right. Weird. Really, really weird. It really plays with your expectations. Absolutely littered with secrets though, so that's cool. Nothing over there, nothing over here. Nothing over there either. So it came in from this side. So that opened. This little thing opened. Not really sure what's the trigger, but it seemed to activate when it came here. Yeah, I just saw it out of from the corner of my eye, and then I couldn't access it anymore. This feels very nostalgic. Yeah, plus the weather effects. Very moody. There's something here, isn't there? It's a lift. Okay. Yeah, let me reload this thing. Same deal again. I mean, it was my choice. I could pick between the chain gun and the SSG, or the chain gun and SMG. I think that's it. Kind of want to find out how you can actually get there. So I've been here already. Did I just go in circles? I think I did. Yeah, so down here. Oh, I can get through the other side now. Yeah, it's got a little bit dicey actually. Yeah, let me take that. Let's go the long way across. Yeah, hell yeah, bridge. There's definitely something back there. Yeah, for this one I actually kind of want to see where the secret exit is. Wait. Do you mean the... okay, this is locked. Can't even go there. That is the exit, but I do want to find the secret exit, if I can help it. Yeah, they're trying to hit me still. Yeah, there's a whole secret area down there. I wonder how I can actually get there. So this opened. So it looks like there's something back there, maybe? Yeah, I still haven't check out anything over there. But I don't think there's really anything that's meant to be going on. Let's go back and look a little bit harder for secrets, I guess. Yeah, so that whole area down there is a secret as well. So that's what that little nook was for. There's a tiny little thing here that apparently is also marked as a secret. Let's go back over there. Just make sure I really exhausted all my options. So this goes right to the exit. Which is interesting. So yeah, that's probably that's our secret exit. So that's gonna open things up a little more for us. That's gonna be our secret exit then. And I'm only missing one secret. Nice. Okay, from here on out, I'm gonna disable this because I really don't need it. So I do have the rocket launcher now. Okay. Kind of spooky. So, yeah, about military base. Some people actually rib it for not looking like a base at all. But I think it might be the one map that I was really interested in when I started playing Doom all those years ago. I was still in elementary, actually. A lot of my friends were playing... I think they were playing, like, basically... whatever was, like, new. And... I think I was actually playing Minecraft too, and I began playing Doom not too long after. Or not too long before that. Because... I was always interested by other games for whatever reason. I don't think it was just like a matter of affording them. Because, you know, we don't need to afford every game you buy, you know? Or rather, every game you want. In fact, back then, I guess you could call it the third-party market. Yeah, people really made a living burning games onto CDs and selling them. Just about anywhere, really. We had a lot of like street markets going on at the time. We still do, but you really don't see people. You really don't see people trying to sell that sort of stuff anymore. Because, you know, everything went digital. So, well, that And it's, I imagine, the encryption and all those other security measures people take to prevent copyright theft and such. I imagine those that evolved quite a bit as well. And really, I think most people just end up like, if they're really like into gaming, they might as well just get a computer, and then if you can afford a computer, you more than likely can also afford the internet to go with it, because you don't need a separate subscription plan to play multiplayer. At least not for most games. A couple of those still require those sorts of things. And yeah, I started playing Doom basically because I recall, I think I remember seeing it in a magazine back when it was like, I think it was like 8 or 9. But like honestly, I just like grew up playing other games. I should probably take this. I think when I was like 8, I remember this pretty well. There was a very old real-time strategy game called Dark Colony, and like it was like more or less doing its own thing in terms of like how it played, and it wasn't actually that remarkable apart from the cutscenes, which are like really gnarly, especially for like the era. Like the 90s were pretty, it was pretty common to see gory stuff on games, but Dark Colony was like, I think the game deserved a mature rating, personally speaking, because it was pretty tough. Like, if you look up the cinematics for it on YouTube, which hopefully have been kept alive by fans, I imagine. Yeah, you can look those up if you want. They're really gory, actually. There's some really dark stuff in them. And like to a degree, it is like expected. Like it's literally called Dark Colony. Like what would you expect, really? But yeah, I was playing that when it was like 8 or 9. That was kind of formative, actually. I mean, it didn't really scare me that much. Like, there's like a couple of scenes that did scare me, because no, like they were done really well, and it was still like back in the day when most games still look not really bad, but you know, like they looked simpler, I guess. Like the polygons themselves, like the quality of the models, the quality of the graphics was much simpler. However, they compensated with other things. And you know, the art style for the economy was really good. I really liked it. It was kind of generic, for the humans at least. The aliens looked really weird. They looked really weird, and everything they had was organic. In a pretty gross looking way too. So, you know. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave this room. So yeah, I was playing Dark Colony when I was 8. I should not have been playing that game when I was that young. But that's kind of something that just sort of happens because my dad is very tech savvy. He has like a background in IT, and because of that, I was like one of the few kids in my back when it was still. Yeah, I was like one of the few kids who had a personal computer. And because of that, it was pretty early on that I got introduced to games and such. I played a lot of 90s shareware stuff, shovelware too. So, yeah, it was kind of inevitable I would play something like that. And it wasn't even the full game, I think. If it was, I'm not gonna remember. Because I barely made it back past the first couple missions. Because, you know, it's kind of hard to play a game that requires you to understand, like, what the next objective is via text. And, like, little message pop-ups that you get every once in a while. Yeah, I kind of need English to understand what you have to do sometimes. So I wound up kind of not really knowing what you do. Oh, my health's pretty low. Should probably take some health. Sure, why not? Yeah, it was basically bound to happen sometimes sooner or later that I would play something I would regret playing. But yeah, Dark Colony is like not even that gnarly outside from the cutscenes. There's a lot of blood, but a lot of blood and violence, but again, it's not a huge deal. But yeah, that's kind of formative. For a lot of people, I imagine their first RTS was StarCraft or Age of Empires 2 or Age of Empires 1, maybe even Age of Mythology, depending on when exactly you were born, but mine, I think, was basically Dark Colony. So yeah, that was pretty fun. The fun thing about the 90s is that the graphics really were advancing like by leaps and bounds every other few months. Like between... I don't remember exactly when World 3D came out, but it was just like a couple of years between that and then we had Doom. A couple of years a couple of years later we had Quake. Then we had Quake 2, then we had Half-Life. I think Half-Life and Quake 2 came out fairly close to each other. Yeah, please don't hold me to this. I'm just remembering stuff as I go. Because I'm now in the zone and I gotta keep talking. And... yeah, the graphics really were advancing very quickly back then. We went from fairly low resolution sprites to 3D models that are actually really well detailed and textured in what, like 5 years, possibly a little bit earlier depending on how exactly you were counting things. So yeah, I always had a fondness for these older games. Didn't even notice that there's a little ledge here that you can use if you don't want to take damage from the slime. That is also in the original map. I never noticed until the other day. I think I was watching... what's the name of that one guy? He does like little in-depth like analysis of all sorts of older games. He has like a Duke Nukem 3D thing going on. Don't remember the guy's name, but I do watch his channel from time to time. It's very chill, pretty informative. Right. Should we focus on actually getting out of here? And yeah, I always liked the older games. They're easier to run for sure. Right, I came over here. Yeah, so you can, yeah, I have to reach this area again. And yeah, Doom for me, it's funny because the one game I actually grew up with was Quake. It wasn't Doom. I did play a little bit Wolfenstein 3D. Yeah, through DOS, I think. I think it was the DOS part at least. Yeah, it's kind of fun because I grew up. I already grew up when graphics user interface was like the standard, I guess. But for a while, you still had to use DOS for some things. Took me a lot. Like I didn't get the hang of DOS at all until later, when I began trying to play Blood, because I was really interested in it. You know, like it seemed like a really complex, really advanced game. It's probably the coolest I had seen at the time, to be honest. And you know, I wanted to play it, so I figured out a way to get it going through DOSBox, and then I went ahead and learned how to use that. It's not that difficult, but it's not as intuitive, really. So if I played Wolf 3D back in the day, it was probably because my father figured out the logistics of running it. So, you know, that was cool. It's the exit right there. It's yeah, it's on the inside. Sorry that I kind of... Okay, just give me a second. I want to check how I'm doing on time. Okay, so... Sorry that I kind of went on a very long rant over there. I guess I've just been more introspective than usual. Okay, can't open that. I'll be taking the shells. How many monsters do we have here? 125? This might be where I take a break. I've been toying around with the idea of uploading longer single segment videos like this. I've been trending towards that for a little while now, actually. I feel like people prefer watching that in one sitting than having to hunt down the other parts of it. So this is E1 and 5. Okay. I mean, we're already fairly close. It's just that maps are gonna get a little bit bigger, and I don't really want to have like... I mean, like, I'm gonna get tired eventually, sooner rather than later. I've been kind of burned out on Doom, actually. Basically only playing it when I have to do something for the channel, be it a regular video or a showcase. Okay. So yeah, I barely play it. Kinda got into Binding of Isaac again. I played that back when it was still a Flash game. Didn't know about the Rebirth version until much later. But I like it. I kind of like roguelikes because usually you can just like play a bunch of them in one sitting. And the replay value is obviously really big. Big? Well, yeah, I think maybe the better way of saying that is I think, yeah, maybe the better way of saying that is simply saying that I think the replay value for roguelikes is really quite large. I don't know. I really know where I was going with that. Anyway. What I very confusedly and misguidedly was trying to say is that I really like roguelikes because they have a lot of replay value. Doesn't really matter doesn't really matter if like your one time playing that day sucked, because you can go again. And you can keep going again until you don't want to play anymore, basically. It's a pretty fun idea. And you know, high replay value means you feel like you made a better investment. Usually, I guess. Gotta find my way in there, I think. Then again, I do have the red key, so... Let's see if this room is still as tricky as the first, as it is in the original map. Chances are we're going to be seeing some secrets around here. No, not quite. This one. If there's more stuff there, it's currently locked. Not really sure what that is all about, but sure. I think I got all of them. Yeah, let's check those out again. No, it's still... Oh, this is the secret room. Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Nice. So, blue door. Haven't seen a blue door before. I don't think I've seen a blue door yet. So over here, then here, then here. Yeah, I do like Binding of Isaac. It's a cool game. I originally think about playing it on the channel, but I don't know. I think that deserves its own separate like channel just to avoid contaminating the audience, because the whole idea with Isaac is that you're going to be playing that whole bunch daily, I imagine. So yeah, it's gonna take more planning, I think. But you know, it's an idea. And I do like the game, so yeah, who knows? The only reason I'm not gonna ask, like, what the opinion, the opinion of you guys about that is because last time I did that, I was like, yeah, like I made a post asking like what people would like to see, and all of them said stuff related to Doom or just do whatever, we're gonna be here and watch whatever you make, which is cool. Like, I do appreciate the support, but I've been trying to break away a little from Doom for a while now. Had some success doing that with the Quake community, specifically the Map Center guys. But yeah, which was this E1M6. Yeah, I'm gonna play this one and then I'm gonna take a little break because it's getting kind of late already, and I am feeling kind of hungry. I usually record commentary videos on the evening, and since I'm making an effort to have longer ones, that means I need to start earlier. And also that I need to start earlier. And it also means that more usually than not, I'm going to be recording this a little over from 6:30 to what is in tonight's case 7 p.m. And you know, that's like not a big deal, but I am hungry. And I didn't eat a lot. I generally don't eat a lot. I avoid snacking when possible, because that stuff is not good for you. Yeah, let me reload this thing. It's not good for you. Not a good habit, chap. There we go. So yeah, recording on an empty stomach. I really feel like I should have brought a glass of water with me, but I didn't. So my voice has been sadly getting drier and drier. Well, my throat really, but same difference. So far, I'm enjoying Wonderful Doom. It's like pretty comfy. Reminds me a lot of the stock maps, of course, but they do change pretty interesting ways every once in a while. Oh, okay. I need a key. Finding everything but the keys. Let me come over here. I feel like there's something I'm missing. Let's go back over here. Maybe I'm missing an obvious key. I didn't see any on the way in, and I'm not sure I'm seeing any on the way out either. Yeah, let's just go back. Yeah, I don't know. I think I need to find the keys. Oh, I have a key. I have a yellow key. Yeah, let me reload this thing again. That always happens. I use the auto map to see what's going on around me, and then I get smacked by something in the dark. So another little secret with some goodies in it. Right. Yeah, over here. I think I already scarred everything around here, except for this little nook right here. And there's our key. Okay, so which key was that? That was the red key. Couple options. Yeah, let me reload this thing again. I'm just gonna leave right away because I don't want to get peppered with buckshot. So many options to get into that room. The funny thing about making all these memories with Doom is a lot of them are thanks to mods. And for a very long time, I didn't even consider playing without mods. Because, you know, I was playing Doom for, well, basically because I couldn't afford any other game to run on my computer. So, yeah. That's locked. So, yeah, because of that, running it with mods was like just you know, it was how I could entertain myself. So yeah, I use a lot of mods. Fairly light stuff anyway. I never really like the mods that are like absolutely massive and have like 10,000 things going on in them. But yeah, I should probably get ready to pause this video here. But for you, it's gonna be seamless. I'm gonna hit the switch and I'm gonna be going to the next map. But if you've been watching along for however long this video is gonna be, it's gonna really be around an hour and 5 minutes, something like that. Yeah, it might be a good time to take a break, stretch your legs, maybe get something to drink or eat, because that's what I'm gonna be doing too. So yeah, I'm gonna be seeing you guys in the next map. And here we are. Okay, here we are. Right. I think we should be getting close. Yeah, I gotta check over here. Yeah, we just have this map and then it's boss time. So that's gonna be cool. Pretty... Yeah, there's quite a few monsters in this map. I mean, that's kind of the idea, I suppose. Can't forget I do have the flashlight. There's something very nostalgic about this episode. Well, that and Wonderful Doom in general, I guess. And BSX music really helps that with that, because a lot of my appreciation for classic Doom kind of comes from BSX Doom. Never really played it myself, but the changes to the maps and, you know, the reverb, the ambience in general, that's some good stuff. Okay, there we go. Don't think there's much I can do from here, but that is very clearly a secret. Yeah, I'm gonna slowly make my way around here. Bit of a lag spike again. Dim loves doing that. Yeah, let me get all this stuff. Okay, that opened something. Yeah, I really like the vibes. Yeah, let's check what's going on here. Do we really need to rely on the shotgun? Not so much, but then again, it's not like... It's not like I can't. Same with the rocket launcher. Yeah, let's check what's going on over here. Good job. Yeah, I can't forget to keep the shotgun loaded at all times. This thing does take a little while to reload. So I do have the blue key, which means I should be able to just come over here. And get going. Okay, need a yellow key for that. Maybe that's gonna be here. That opened something, I think. Yeah, open in this little room. Okay. I think I need to go back through here. Not really sure what that did, but let's have a look. Oh, just like that, I have all the keys. So that's cool. Did I go all the way up here? I didn't. So let's fix that. Really quite like this take on the chain gun. Okay. There we go. I'm guessing this is gonna be the exit. Oh no, this Soulseer secret. I forgot that we were already on E1M7, so it's literally just this. And the next map, and then we're done. Forgot about that. Yeah, let's just go. Monster count seems about the same. Okay, this is different. Yeah, so it reverses that little payoff, I got that little moment, rather. We don't see any secrets. Oh, I'm in the wrong place. Well, this is what we were building up to. I wonder how faithful it's going to stay to the original. So this is a little bit more involved. We need to teleport into the central structure. Yeah, let's just go for that. Yeah, this is pretty run of the mill. I wonder if they're gonna replicate the one kind of hidden thing that Phobos Anomaly does in vanilla. Well, yeah, let's see. If you don't know what I'm talking about, one of the Baron cabinets has a little like hidden switch in it that you can use if you want to trigger the lift back to the beginning of the map, which doesn't seem to be the case here. Yeah, not sure yet about getting the secret. Doesn't look like they do that here, which is fair. Oh, there's a blue armor right here. I did the thing. Which is fair because, you know, it's doing its own thing. Well, yeah, that's it for Wonderful Doom's first episode. Unless... oh, you can actually get to the exit. Or maybe you have to. So, yeah, that's it for Wonderful Doom Part 1. Maybe I'm gonna play it each of these episodes with a different mod just to keep things interesting. The first one is Tei Tenga because I just like it. It's a pretty neat mod made by someone who's very experienced in making mods. You know, hard to go with it, to go wrong with it. But yeah, I think that's about it. So, like usual, this has been Matt. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm gonna be seeing you guys on the next video.